Hey, it's Chad from DriveTheLightning.com. Thanks for joining me. Today we're going to talk about this guy right here, the Ford Focus All-Electric. What a cool car. Ford made these from about 2011 to 2018. Started out with about 75 mile an hour range, ended up at about 115. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about charging them. We'll talk about where you can buy them, why you should buy them, why it's so cool, and why it's time to go electric. Stay tuned. Okay, we're back. We're going to talk about the Ford Focus All-Electric. I'm so excited about this as a used car option for new EV drivers. And I'm going to show you why in just a minute. Take a minute if you would, if you want to. Subscribe, thumbs up. I would certainly appreciate it. Moving on from that, let me put myself in the corner and we'll pull up my computer screen, okay? Okay, you can see here we're in the Carvana website, Carvana.com. Quick note, I don't work for Carvana. I don't owe Carvana anything. There's no sponsorship deal, none of that. I'm not even sure I like the company. I don't know anything about the company, but I do know this. You can buy cars from Carvana from anywhere in the country and they'll bring it to your house. That's what I know. I also know you can do your financing through Carvana. Whether you would or not, I don't know. You have to check that out. I know they do a pretty exhaustive inspection on their used cars. They don't send cars out with junky tires on them or are all torn up, and they let you know exactly what's wrong with them. So that's what I'm going to say. Not meant to be a pitch. We're shopping here because a lot of the electric cars that were sold in this country were sold out on the West Coast. I live in Michigan. Maybe you live in New York, Philadelphia, whatever. You're going to have a harder time finding a decent used electric car on the lot where you live. You can find it here in Carvana. They'll bring it to you. So, hey, that's it. So here we are on the main site. I'm going to hit search all vehicles. And I'm not going to type in Ford Focus. I'm just going to type in the word electric here in the search. Let's just type electric. Electric. Boom. Let's see what comes up. Well, you see you got the Chevy Volt, Nissan Leaf. Of course, Teslas are out there. This is cute. 2016 Smart for 2 electric drive car. We'll talk about that at another time. We'll do a show about the BMW at some point. We'll do a show about the Kia. Let's go to the next page. We are Ford Focus hunting. Aha, there it is. 2017 Ford Focus, 23,000 some miles, 17,590. Wow. Let's take a closer look. That's a beautiful car. Look at that. Another neat thing about Carvana, they do these 360 views, interior and exterior, so you can just spin it around, look at it from all angles. One thing I really appreciate, though, is these triangles. You hit these triangles, it says, hey, there's light scratches here in the clear coat. This one, hey, there's some chips in the paint, less than a half an inch. And you get an idea of any imperfections that you might see. Hey, here's where your charging port is. It's a feature. And if you look close at the charging port, you can see it's a CCS charger for the fast charging port. That's important. Let me explain that just briefly. The CCS is the go-to fast charging port, which means the chargers all over America are going to use that port. Now, my Nissan Leaf uses what's called the CHAdeMO port. A lot less popular. I still find them everywhere, but that's going to be shifting away from that. But this is the go-to now, which means if you bought this Ford Focus today, for several years, you would have no problem finding chargers. On top of that, Tesla says they're going to open up their supercharger network to us regular folks. When that happens, wow. Already, my point of view in Michigan anyway, their charging infrastructure is awesome, but it's being added on every day. And with the Tesla bump that Elon Musk says he's going to bring, letting us use his chargers, and EVs are unstoppable. So here's one car you might take to get on the road with. You look up here at the price, $17,500. Think about this too. If you're in Michigan, you're going to spend less than $3 a day to charge this. Whether you use DTE energy, consumers energy, whatever, less than $3 a day. That's if it was dead. You would use $3 a day. Now, gas here is $3.19 a gallon. So for $3, you can get in a really good fuel efficient car, like a 30 mile to the gallon car, that $3 will get you 30 miles. On this car, that $3, if it was completely dead, which it never is, you would get between 75 and 115 miles, depending on what car you bought. This one would get you 115. That's subjective. Of course, if you're on the highway, you're going to burn more energy. If you're driving slow, you're going to burn less. But It's just a better deal. So factor that into the price when you're thinking about buying a used car, the savings between electric and gas. If your commute is less than 40 miles from your house, this car is perfect for you. You can get back and forth to work, get to the grocery store, get to the pub, wherever you got to do. This car will get you home at night, plug it in, do it all again in the morning. Take advantage of the tax credits for installing an electric charger. Consumers Energy gave me a $500 check just for buying my electric charger and putting it out in front of the house or inside of the house. So, hey, other stuff to consider. Why don't we look around and see if there's any more Ford Focuses to be found here. Okay, Chevy Bolt. Hey, there's one. There's a 2014 for less than 13,000 miles. Now, being the 2014, this will have the battery. I think it's a 23 kilowatt. It'll get you about 75 miles. Excellent commuter car. You know, when Ford built these, they didn't build them from the ground up as an electric car. That's what Nissan Leaf did. That's what, of course, Tesla did. They took their Ford Focus, tore it apart, put some batteries under the trunk, put a motor instead of an engine under the hood, put some fancy gadgetry in there, heated steering wheel seats, all that stuff. And they built basically a luxury automobile out of the Ford Focus, which a lot of people think is already a pretty cool car, the Ford Focus. So it's not gonna, when you're sitting in it and your family's in the back, you're not gonna think, oh, I'm in a weird car. All you're gonna notice is it's a lot faster. You hit the gas pedal, it's gone. You're never stopping at a gas station. You never need an oil change. That's the stuff you're gonna notice. Other than that, it's just an awesome car. So anyway, here's one, 12,009. Let's look for some triangles, see what's wrong with it. Medium scratches right there. Good to know. Appreciate the honesty. Oh, something under the hood. What is that? Chips, less than a half an inch. We could deal with that. And there you go. $12,900, 42,000 miles. A lot of you are thinking, well, 42,000 miles, the battery's already dead. No, it's not. No, it's not. You've probably got 80% of the battery left on this car. That's a myth that the batteries die off right away. It doesn't happen that way. These batteries are good for 100,000 miles easy. So, hey, I might get some hate for that comment, but I'm just going by my life experience and a ton of reading, okay? So that's the Ford Focus, an excellent option for a commuter car, in my opinion. It's time to get on the electric train. If you're like me, you didn't like the idea of having to carry a cell phone, but you do it now, right? It's just where the world's going. We're not making it go that way. I would love to drive a 72 Barracuda, you know, with a 340 Hemi or a 440 Hemi and squealing my tires up and down the street, but those days are gone. These big gas guzzlers, it's going away. So it's time to buy an electric. Start with a used one. Start with a Ford Focus. Why not? Hey, there's other great cars out there. We'll talk about them all as we go. Thanks for joining me. This is Chad, DriveTheLightning.com. Thumbs up, please. Subscribe, please. Thumbs down if you want to. All right. Have a great day, everybody.